Assalamu alaikum, 9 p.m. This is Radio Pakistan. The news read by Farzana Khan. First, the headlines. Prime Minister has directed all provincial governments to take effective administrative actions to control rising prices. The National Assembly was informed today that the government has enhanced budget for merged districts comprising erstwhile FATA from 58 billion to 162 billion rupees. Crown Prince of Abu Dhabi is arriving in Islamabad on a day-long official visit tomorrow. In occupied Kashmir, APHC leadership says that India is hell-bent upon robbing the Kashmiris of their civilization, culture and religious identity. North Korea has warned to further develop its nuclear programs and introduce a new strategic weapon in the near future. Pakistan Cricket Board has announced schedule of the 5th edition of Pakistan Super League 2020. And now the news in detail. Prime Minister Imran Khan has directed all provincial governments to take effective administrative actions to control the rising prices and timely planning to maintain the demand and supply of basic items. He was speaking at a meeting to control prices of food items in Islamabad today. He said strict action should be taken against elements who are involved in adulteration in food items. The Prime Minister said he will review the progress in this regard on weekly basis through video conference. Prime Minister Imran Khan paid a surprise visit to a Pinaka in Talnai area of Islamabad this evening. He sought information from the Pinaka's administration about the facilities being extended to the people who come there for shelter. The Prime Minister also talked to various people staying at the Pinaka and asked them about the facilities available there. Addressing groundbreaking ceremony of a new campus of Air University in Islamabad today, Prime Minister has vowed to take giant steps in the current year to make Pakistan a welfare state. He said economy has been stabilized during the last year and now all economic indicators are showing positive signs. The Prime Minister said the government will ensure the provision of essential commodities at utility stores at lower rates and introduce Insaf cards. He said langar will be started in slum areas, while health insurance cards and panagas have already been opened for the needy. He said tourism and construction sectors will be given special importance during the current year. Underlining his vision of building Pakistan on the pattern of the state of Medina, Imran Khan said humanity, rule of law and education will be focused during the PTI government. Meanwhile, talking to a delegation of All Pakistan Textile Mills Association in Islamabad today, Prime Minister Imran Khan directed to take action against mafia involved in adulteration of pesticides and seeds. He said the government, in collaboration with China, is focusing on research to enhance the yield of cotton and other crops. Regarding APTMA's suggestions, the Prime Minister directed to give due consideration to proposals regarding spending cotton cess on research amendments in the Seed Act and simplifying the procedure for the registration of various types of seed and tax refund. The National Assembly was informed today that the government has enhanced budget for merged districts comprising erstwhile FATA from 58 billion to 162 billion rupees. Replying to a question during the question hour, Minister of State for Saffron, Shah Afridi, said 62 billion rupees have been allocated to the Khyber Pakhtunkhwa government in lieu of recurrent and development budget. Shah Afridi said federal government has approved 1.1 billion rupees under Prime Minister National Health Program for poor families in erstwhile FATA. The Minister of State said Khyber Pakhtunkhwa has also been earmarked 11 billion rupees for the merged districts. He said 5 years income tax and sales tax exemption has been granted to the erstwhile tribal areas. Minister for Petroleum Division Umar Ayub Khan said that the government has provided 50% more gas to facilitate domestic consumers in the country. He was replying to a call attention notice moved by Chaudhry Fakir Ahmed and others regarding load shedding of the natural gas across the country. The minister said shortage in Sui Southern gas pipeline system is because of the Sindh government for not allowing right of way to provide gas to the consumers in the province. He said gas pipelines in Quetta are being replaced. Crown Prince of Abu Dhabi, Sheikh Mohammed bin Zayed Al Nahyan, is arriving in Islamabad on a day-long official visit tomorrow. The Crown Prince will hold a bilateral meeting with Prime Minister Imran Khan. Ambassador Hamad said the two leaders will discuss ways to enhance bilateral relations between the two countries and to exchange views on matters of mutual interest and regional and global situation. This is Radio Pakistan giving you the news. Foreign Minister Shah Mehmood Qureshi has said enemies of Pakistan have launched hybrid war against the country aimed at creating unrest through religious and linguistic divide, but they will not succeed in their nefarious designs. He was addressing the first session of Hazrat Shah Ruknuddin Alam Sohrawardi Rahmatullah Alayh conference in Multan today. The foreign minister said minorities in India, including Muslim community, are suffering unrest and atrocities as current regime in India is following the agenda of the supremacy of Hindutva. Central Development Working Party has approved 8 projects worth 15 billion rupees. Deputy Chairman Planning Commission Mohammad Jahanzeb Khan chaired the meeting in Islamabad today. A project related to mass media titled Construction of Auditorium at Pakistan Academy of Letters worth 110.469 billion rupees was approved. The meeting also approved the project related to manpower, namely improvement of livelihood and well-being of female home-based workers in informal economic sector in Sindh province worth 541.086 million rupees. A project related to transport and communication, namely construction of bridge over River Ravi at Malfetiana district Toba Tek Singh worth 1,910.37 million rupees was approved by CDWP. A meeting chaired by NAB Chairman Javed Iqbal in Islamabad today reviewed performance of the Bureau during the last year. The meeting was told that NAB received over 51,000 complaints during the last year. More than 46,000 of them were disposed of according to the law. However, action is underway on more than 13,000 complaints. In occupied Kashmir, the All Parties Hurriyat Conference leader Bilal Siddiqui has said that India is hell-bent upon robbing the Kashmiris of their civilization, culture and religious identity. In a media interview in Srinagar today, he pointed out that the controversial Citizenship Amendment Act and the National Register of Citizens had proved that BJP-led Indian government intends to make the survival of the Muslims impossible, not only in the occupied territory, but also in entire India. North Korea has pledged to further develop nuclear programs and to introduce a new strategic weapon in the near future. North Korean leader Kim Jong-un said this after policy meeting in Pyongyang. However, he signaled that there is still room for dialogue with the United States. And now cricket. Pakistan Cricket Board has announced the schedule of the 5th edition of HBL Pakistan Super League 2020. According to schedule, all the 34 matches will be played across 4 international venues of the country from 20th of next month to 22nd of March. And finally, the weather report. Cold and dry weather is expected in most parts of the country during the next 24 hours. However, rain and thunderstorm with snowfall over the mountains and cloudy weather condition is expected at isolated places in northwest Balochistan, Upper Khyber Pakhtunkhwa, Upper Punjab, Islamabad, Kashmir and Gilgit-Baltistan. Dense fog is likely to prevail in most plain areas of Punjab and Upper Sindh during morning and night hours. And that is the end of the news. For more news and analyses, log on to our website radio.gov.pk.